Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mara stock chart planning update video. The goal of this video is going to be to prepare, give my opinion on the stock for the next 5 days, for the rest of this month because we're almost done. I believe this is the last trading day of the month, and next month is very important because there's going to be a lot of fluctuations leading towards the first interest rate cut. And I'm going to give you guys my opinion on that as we near interest rate cuts and what that's going to look like for the stock as we near it. I'll give you guys my opinion on it. But I'm going to focus on right now and what's going on now with this stock. So, one more thing too. This is out of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, Mara, um, and then of course the Bitcoin ETFs. Mara is the most volatile as of percentages, right? When you look at that. So, and there's a lot of other factors that affect it as well. But I am going to primarily focus on Mara in this video. But I'll give my quick opinion, on Bitcoin itself, how that correlates with Mara, and then we'll look into MSTR super briefly. But yeah, before we do actually get started though, everything in this video is just my own opinion. It is not financial advice. I just want to document my view on these publicly traded stocks as as a way to hopefully motivate some of you guys to uh, keep up with these because I believe they provide a lot of value when managed properly. But again, it's not financial advice. It's a way for a way you need to document and hopefully educate some of you guys on how I view these assets and how I manage them. So to get started, I'm going to do a brief introduction on the overall picture and then how that affects our current short-term view, right? So, late 2022, that's when the crypto Bitcoin bull market cycle began. So we started going upwards. I like to structure my overall 5-wave moves and within my bullish structure as a 5-wave move pattern. So we have a first, second, third, fourth wave that we are still working on confirming if it's finally the fourth wave is in or if we're going to see one more low. We'll get into that in a moment. And then the fifth wave up, which is my conservative Bitcoin bull market cycle top. And when we do reach that top, we can see the price potentially somewhere in this area right here. And the reason I'm estimating it to be somewhere in this area is because within Bitcoin, I used just a simple fib extension tool, and I started it from the start of the first wave to the top of the third wave and down to what currently is our fourth wave. I did that on Bitcoin, so I did the same thing on Mara, so that gave me this range up here, and these are the levels I like to focus on: the 1.236, the 1.38, and the 1.618. That's just the ones I like to use both for bullish and bearish trends. It works for me. And then on the bigger picture, so if I show you guys the bigger picture here, let's do 1 week. Okay. Every bull market cycle, due to Mara's, of course, it's very tough. It's a very tough space to mine Bitcoin, especially when you're trying to stay profitable or just become profitable, and then try to maintain it. And since due to the halving cycle, your revenue gets cut in half, and you're also trying to not just maintenance your equipment, but also acquire more equipment to stay competitive and to keep your hash rate up enough to participate in Bitcoin mining and actually being able to pay payroll in your company and being able to maintain everything, your properties, electricity bills, and so on. We'll see how that goes in the future. We'll see how Mara manages their hash rate and mining going forward. But due to every cycle, we see the high tends to be lower and lower. I'm confident with saying that this estimate makes sense because it shows a decent, compared to these other ones, it shows a decent lower high. I should say, yeah, lower high from the previous cycle top, right? So it makes sense, and to me, it makes sense. Hopefully, it does to you guys as well. But now we're going to focus on the shorter term. One more thing, this estimated third wave level up here is fully based on the structures currently as a corrective. This is going to be just like a little bit of a rally, and then a corrective fourth wave, which within every bullish wave has their own waves within it, right? So we have a fourth wave that we're looking at, and then a fifth wave. But to go from the fourth to the fifth wave, we have another. So it starts from back here. We have a first, second, third, fourth, and then fifth wave potentially, bringing us up here. And that's why the numbers are different colors. But this third wave here is based off of current price structures, but it's also based on the belief that as Bitcoin finally moves to between $85,000 to $95,000, when it reaches somewhere in that area, there is believed to be a lot of limit orders in that area. If you look at, it's public record. You guys can do your research on it, order books and whatnot. But it shows that Bitcoin is going to see a decent resistance between 85 and 95,000. That's going to be the next leg up. And then within that level, that is where we're going to see some either consolidation or a dip. So that's where this comes in. So when Bitcoin is between that level, those two price levels, we can potentially see Mara trading at least somewhere in this area. And then once it has its correction or its consolidation in that area for Bitcoin, then that's when Mara is going to potentially see. And this is fully based off of the belief that the third wave may top between the 0.16, the 1.618 and the 1.3. That's just an estimate currently, so this will most likely be changed in the future, but it's just something to look at. And then this will be the correction when Bitcoin reaches 85, 95, and once we have that correction complete, then that's what's going to stretch us up past, well past $100,000, and that will bring us Mara into this area right up here, right? So hopefully that made sense. I'm not going to repeat myself because I feel like I said a lot. But currently, for this fourth wave to be in, and I am going to repeat myself because I say this on a lot of videos, but I haven't posted in a while, so I want to do a refresher here. By the way, very, very, very nice seeing Bitcoin go up and pushing Mara back up into this green area right here. It shows that there is correlation, obviously, is still there, and it shows a lot of the Mara naysayers, at least the short-term Mara naysayers, that there's still recovery potential in the stock, and I personally believe there is the potential for recovery. That's why I like to, most of my Mara trades are long, so that's why I like to make these videos, right, just to share my opinion. And again, it's my opinion, so if anyone has it's a overall bear on this stock, feel free to express yourself in the comments. I'm just giving you guys my opinion, and I'm a bull for Mara. So yeah, there's 3 levels of confirmation in order for this fourth wave to be in. We don't have to reach the 3rd level for it to confirm it, as long as we make a new high that will confirm this to be in. But let me break this down, right? So the red is my accumulation area. This is where I'm looking to lightly begin accumulating Mara, just because the potential of a prices continue selling off is very possible, because within this level we still don't have any sign of a bullish reversal. Just because prices did go up recently does not mean this is enough to consider a bullish reversal to have begun. This could easily just be a corrective rally within a bearish structure. So in order to break this down even further, so accumulation area. First level of confirmation that we are in a bullish reversal would be prices to not just break into the green area right here. We don't want to just see prices break into the green. We want to see prices, at least touch the 0.5, and most ideally show price strength by consolidating inside the green area, rather it's the discounted or the premium half of the green area. We want to see prices hold this area for a decent amount of time, like potentially even see consolidation in this area. Even if we break slightly below it, we don't close the daily. As long as the daily candle does not close underneath this, open up a new candle, and then that whole candle for the 24-hour basis, as long as it goes back up, that's fine. But if we see an entire start to finish candle underneath this area, we're going back to waiting for that sustained hold to happen. So I want to see like 2 or 3 daily candles hold in this area. After that, a break below it would invalidate this, and then we're going to start breaking down the smaller structure into more detail to better understand what's going on. That first level is we want to see a few days of price consolidation in this area at a minimum. If we break higher, better. But if we see consolidation in this area, that shows price strength. That shows that the bears, the sellers, are not strong enough to push the stock back down, right? So we want to see price consolidation in this area. That's first level confirmation. Second level out of the 3 would be prices to finally break above the 0.618. Let me make sure I didn't run out of battery in my microphone. Okay. So we want to see prices break above the 0.618, and same thing, we want to see within this gap, we want to see prices consolidate and show price strength. We do not want to see the sellers take over. If we see price strength within this gap between the pink line and the 0.618, that is enough to know that the first level confirmation is for sure in, and now we're waiting for that second level. So once you see price consolidate in here, shows more strength and pushes the stock higher, and we break this one right here, that's the beginning of the third one. So the third wave, start of it, we don't have to finish it to confirm this fourth wave is in, but the third wave begins when prices break above this pink line. Once it breaks above this pink line, again, we want to see price strength above the pink line. We do not want to see the bears take over or the sellers take over. And then that's when we want to see the third wave potentially finish and top out within. Ideally, it doesn't have to, because the moment the prices break above the previous swing high, the major swing high, which is this right here, that's good enough to consider a third wave to be in. But because just like history, history doesn't have to repeat, but understanding that most of the time third waves are usually overextended and tend to be more on the extreme side, it would be ideal to see a third wave top out within this blue level right here. Once we do see a confirmed top out in this area, I'll be able to give you guys a more accurate or a bit more confident fourth wave level. So this fourth wave level is just an estimate. It's not really concrete at the moment. So let's see what happens. Don't worry about the prices going up to this area just yet, because we want to see what the short-term prices tell us, right? So we want to tell us that there are buyers that are taking over, and we want to make sure that the buyers in the stock are strong enough to fight off the sellers, right? So that's why we want to see that first level confirmation finally be checked off, right? We want to see that checked off. So don't worry about everything up here. Again, there's no reason to worry about what's up here if we can't even get through this area. So let's wait for that first level to happen. Let's see what goes on. But also, it's very important that you guys are being cautious and not being too optimistic on this stock, because again, like I showed you guys earlier, even if you guys are long, like swing traders for Mara, and you guys are looking to hold on to the stock to like fourth quarter, like towards like the end of the third quarter, early fourth quarter next year, 2025, and you guys are super optimistic, just remember that every bull market cycle has been lower for the tops on this stock. So although I do believe in the future that may change as this company begins to mature a lot more, but it's very important to understand that until this company matures a lot more, there's still going to be some dilution going on. They're still going to be aggressively focusing on the future by risking the short term, right? So understanding that, just keep it in mind, be conservative, be cautious, and let's focus on the near-term levels before we focus on the further out levels, right? So, quick thing, how this correlates with Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is going up quite nicely. It actually, I actually didn't even open up this chart today. Um, I'm surprised to see Bitcoin didn't just do some nice consolidation, respect the support area quite well, and then start breaking higher. It broke above this area quite nicely, and for a few days now, so these are 4-hour candles. For a couple days, it's actually been consolidating and showing further price strength. The RSI is topped out, but it's not overextended, so we can potentially see Bitcoin go up a bit more before we see, potentially see a retest of this support right here. So we have a support right here. Let me just make it easier to look at. So we have this support right here. So we can potentially see prices go up a little bit more before seeing a potential test of the support. So this is quite exciting, right? It's quite exciting. We want to see all-time highs being retested ASAP. Like, this is very, very exciting. Also, when we see a retest of the support, like ascending support, it also looks like it's going to fall in line perfectly with, let me see if I can extend it out. Yeah, like that. It looks like if we do see a retest, it's going to basically pretty much fall in line with the 0.618 resistance in this area, which may act as support. So this is a very, very, very strong support right here, right? So that looks very interesting. So so that's why Mara's been going up. We can potentially see Mara retest if Bitcoin does retest that support area, after it shows a little bit more bullishness. That could be the potential for, and normally the stock is going to be a lot more like aggressive downward, but this could be the potential for this to retest this ascending support line, or potentially even retest the first level of this accumulation area, which may act as a support. So there's a lot of things to look at. This is why it's very important not to go in to the stock too hard. It's very important to manage your trades depending on your risk tolerance. Don't be a hopeful trader. Be a cautious trader that isn't just optimistic, but is very, very aware of the short-term risk involved. So hopefully this makes sense. Now for MicroStrategy is very highly influenced by, the correlation is there for MicroStrategy and Mara, MicroStrategy and Bitcoin, but we're still within this first level area. The first level, it's basically the same. So if you guys look at this level as first, and then swing the major swing highs, this is a second level gap, and then the third level will be up here. So it works out the same thing as Mara, right? That's my strategy with this stuff. It's the same with every ticker, right? So same thing. We showed really, really, really good price strength within this area. So the first level of confirmation is pretty much in, but it's not confirmed until we see prices break above the 0.618 and use it as a support, right? So things are looking real good with MicroStrategy too. But remember, if Bitcoin falls, MicroStrategy will fall too. So I hope you guys are I'll make a video separate on MicroStrategy soon. But I hope you guys are very excited with Bitcoin as much as I am, especially since interest rate cuts are going to be happening soon. There's going to be a lot of hype also as we approach interest rate cuts. So I might be selling the first. I might be a short on the first interest rate cut announcement, because it might be a sell and use event, right? So just like with Bitcoin's having it is sold off, I feel like if there's too much hype, too much price strength leading up to it, I might just go short, do a little short trade. Just why not, right? And I'll show it to you guys too. I'll show you guys. I'll do a little short trade on that. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. If price strength leads up just before the first interest rate cut. But But yeah, Mara is looking very, very, very strong. We're finally back into the green. And also, someone recently, like I think, like maybe a week or two ago, someone I forgot his name, but if you're watching, he said he bought some calls, and he bought pretty much at the bottom. If I'm correct, um, someone that commented on one of my videos previously, it shouldn't be hard to find, but yeah, I believe when he told me that we were pretty much at the bottom. I feel like he got a really good deal, and I think his strike was really good. I don't remember, but he had a long enough expiration date out where I do believe he should be like I think it was an amazing trade. I think he did a really good job. If you're watching, I'm sure you know who you are. Just yeah, let me know. Let me know if you're still holding on to that position because I'm very excited to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one and take care.